right now.
All right, we are starting off with a live look out of the Alamo City. A much different look than what we saw yesterday, where we had that dense fog at 6 a.m. yesterday. Look at this. Seemingly clear, but we are starting. Does that say 40s?
44.
Wow. All right. Is it going to heat up? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. For now, good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is December 10th. Thank you so much for starting your Sunday morning with us.
Good morning.
Yesterday, we started with the dense fog. We started with chaos on the roads, but it ended up being a gorgeous day out.
Beautiful. Spent some time outside. It was
I know.
nice.
It was great. We did friend things. The
All
two of us. Oh, look at this.
Sarah.
We hung out.
It was a very strange situation.
And it was a beautiful day yesterday, but I could feel when that cooler air kicked in and the winds picked up. And so this morning, you definitely need a sweater or a jacket. Temperatures are in the 40s around San Antonio. Take a look outside right now. It's 44 degrees. Winds are still breezy from the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's 38 in Kerrville, 40 in Comfort, 41 in Bernie, 45 in New Braunfels, 38 in Hondo, and 42 in Castroville. It is going to be a beautiful Sunday. We are going to quickly see temperatures rise. By the afternoon, we'll be near 60. So a little on the cool side, but a lot warmer than how we started the day today in the 40s. But watch what happens tonight. Temperatures quickly plummet. Even by midnight, we'll be close to in the 30s. That is a great indication that tomorrow morning starts off cold. In fact, we are likely to see our first freeze of the season in San Antonio. I'll have those details coming up. What should you do to prepare today for that light freeze in just a few minutes? Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, San Antonio police searching for 3 people, 2 of which they believe are in danger. So take a look at your screen. 4-year-old Milo and 2-year-old Sienna Ortiz. They were last seen with the 22-year-old suspect, Dimitri Ortiz, in the 4700 block of Saddle Ridge yesterday around 7 p.m. We're told the suspect driving a black 2015 Chrysler with the Texas license plate LPR 4543. If you have any information about any of these people's whereabouts, you are asked to call the San Antonio Police immediately. That number 210-207-7660.
The Fort Worth Police Department is looking for an 82-year-old man who has not been seen since 3 p.m. yesterday. Robert Ruffin was last seen on the 9600 block of Kitty Hawk Lane in Fort Worth, driving a black 2010 Mercedes-Benz with the license plate number BR9H419, also on the bottom of your screen there. Ruffin does have a cognitive impairment. He is 5'10" with white hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, you are asked to call the Fort Worth Police Department. That number also on your screen there, 817-392-4222.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office investigating a homicide after a body was found on a remote road in far west northwest Bexar County yesterday. So take a look at the map there on the screen. Deputies called out to the 10,000 block of Escondida Road around 10:30 yesterday morning. And police say someone was driving down the road. They saw a shoe. They stopped to look. Then they saw the body just off the roadway. Deputies say it was a man in his 20s or 30s. There was evidence that he could have been dragged there, meaning he could have been killed somewhere else. Sheriff Javier Salazar hopes the man's tattoo will help identify who it is.
My hope is that we can at some point get a picture of that tattoo and then publicize it to see if anybody recognizes it.
Now, if you know anything about the crime or the area, you are asked to call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office immediately.
Right before the holidays, when business is crucial, a Lacoste family is picking up the pieces of their coffee shop.
So yesterday marked 1 year since opening the doors of Schatzi's, but just days before a car crashed through their building.
Avery Everett shows us they're not letting the severe damage close their shop.
Everything up here has been shifted in.
Sorting through the pieces.
It's significant damage, structural damage.
And saving what they can.
The coffee cups and everything, of course, shattered.
Owners Kimberly and Cody Lane say they still can't believe what happened to Schatzi's Coffee House in Lacoste.
It's unimaginable.
On Wednesday night, a car crashed into the side of their building. Medina County Emergency Service Department shared these photos on its Facebook page showing the damage. The driver still alive, but so many questions. still unanswered.
It's going to be a process to kind of get us up and running, kind of a little bit longer than I anticipated.
It's boarded up now, but the crash pushed this brick wall here back nearly a foot. You can even see some parts where the bricks separated. The owners here tell us that the damage is extensive, but that they're ready to rebuild.
I will do anything and everything we can to get us up and running again, short of them saying it's just not possible.
On the anniversary of opening,
Exactly 1 year ago today,
this family is trying to find hope, and the Lacoste community is stepping up to help.
we're very thankful for them and for that.
On Saturday, Shotzi's still had its 1 year celebration, and several vendors were there to show support.
This community is 90% of what makes us successful.
But you can see where the wall was attached to it, where this red brick is.
There's a long journey ahead for the Lane family,
We sure love this little coffee shop.
so they're leaning on love and the Lacoste community to help build back up. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
The Edna Police Department and Texas Rangers need help finding a person of interest in the death of a 16-year-old girl. Elizabeth Medina's mother found her dead inside their apartment Tuesday night. Now investigators are releasing this image on your screen right now, so take a look, of a person of interest they say could help them in this investigation. Take a look. The man they're after could have a tattoo behind his right ear and was driving a silver Ford Taurus. Anybody with any information is asked to call Edna PD immediately. That number also on your screen, 361-782-6522.
All right, a terrible situation to tell you about. We now know 6 people dead, dozens more injured after tornadoes hit parts of Tennessee yesterday. Take a look at your screen. This is video showing these storm clouds gathering over Clarksville, Tennessee. A state of emergency declared in Nashville, Davidson County, and Sumner County. The twister causing widespread damage to homes and businesses, still even thousands without power this morning.
University of Pennsylvania's President Liz McGill is resigning after facing sharp criticism following her testimony on Capitol Hill regarding anti-Semitism on her school's campus. McGill and the presidents of Harvard and MIT have all been accused of failing to condemn anti-Semitism on their campuses. This morning, we're learning more about McGill's exchange with the lawmaker that prompted this backlash.
I am asking, specifically calling for the genocide of Jews. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision, Congresswoman.
The Department of Education is currently investigating 10 universities and colleges where students are reporting incidents of anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. That list includes Penn and Harvard.
And speaking of the topic, New York Governor Kathy Hochul sending a clear message to colleges and universities across the state of New York. They cannot discriminate or allow hate messages to circulate on their campuses. Now, the governor warning the state will take aggressive action against schools that don't comply with discrimination laws. Hochul says schools that fail to address those types of activity would violate a section of the Federal Civil Rights Act and the state's human rights law.
Back here at home, Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar has filed for re-election officially, making that official announcement yesterday at the Bexar County Democratic Party headquarters on Fredericksburg Road. Salazar was first elected in November of 2016 and was re-elected in 2020. The sheriff's race will be included on the ballot during the 2024 November election, and his current term will end on December 31st of 2024.
And speaking of elections, Election Day in Houston is over, and on top of the various other new city leaders in Houston, they have a new mayor. Former Democratic State Senator John Whitmire. Now, Whitmire has been involved in the city for 50 years. Defeated U.S. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee in a runoff. Whitmire will now be at the helm of America's 4th largest city, and in a live interview with our Houston sister station, KPRC, right after the win, Whitmire said public safety will be his #1 priority. And credit to a friend of the show, Bill Barajas. He anchored some of their Election Day coverage yesterday. And it was cool to see the live interview right after the win. Whitmire going off, basically saying Houston's infrastructure is a problem. They said that their water issues have been pervasive to so many people across their community. And it was funny, the reporter from KPRC asked him, how long is this going to take? And Whitmire said, it's not going to happen overnight, but this is what we want to address immediately.
Will be interesting to see.
Absolutely. Time now, just about 6:10, 44 degrees.
Respiratory illnesses are on the rise, still ahead, what the CDC is advising and what you need to know before you head out to holiday gatherings.
All right. So we hung out a lot yesterday. Did you do any Christmas shopping afterwards?
No, absolutely not.
All right, well.
Finished Christmas decorating, though.
Okay, big win.
Well, my husband did.
If you are doing some Christmas shopping this weekend, you need to find a gift for that special someone who loves to cook. Coming up next, we have a holiday gift guide that makes the process a lot easier. I do need a new air fryer.
If you're looking for a gift that sizzles, think kitchen. Trained chef Paul Hope has a few ideas.
The person on your list doesn't have to be a professional chef. A lot of these ideas are just designed to help make life in the kitchen easier or elevate your cooking game.
With a good chef's knife, you can slice, dice, chop, and mince with one tool. Consumer Reports testers say this Henkel's Premio cuts it effortlessly. It's $40. A wooden cutting board also makes a nice cheese platter. It's a splurge, but CR recommends these from Teak House. Or consider cookware that can multitask and last a lifetime. A Dutch oven can bake, brown, and slow cook. This enameled cast iron one from Spice got top ratings. If your foodie has a thing for fried, you can help them go healthier with an air fryer. This $100 Chefman has a decent-sized basket and a window so you can take a peek.
If you're shopping for someone who already has an air fryer, things like bakeware add-ons are great for an air fryer because they let you make things that you couldn't normally make in the regular basket.
This Crux Mini Loaf Pan Kit can turn their air fryer into a bread maker. Finally, stocking stuffers. These $15 Cuisinart mini oven mitts can handle the heat, and this citrus juicer makes the lime or lemon squeeze a breeze. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
We definitely overuse our air fryer.
Same.
Just throw everything in there.
Yeah.
It's great.
I definitely don't clean it as often as I should. Oh.
I'll purposely not undercook steak, but leave it rare, which is arguably the best way to have it. But then I'll throw it in the air fryer a couple days later.
It's a great gift.
I'll be honest, I don't have an air fryer.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. If people don't know, this is our local chef.
Yeah, she's
so
cook.
you don't need an air fryer.
For us,
it's
air
a vital
fryer.
part.
I'm sure that they're super handy.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get one in the future. It'll make things quicker.
It's very fast.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, beautiful weather today. You might want to head out and make sure to fire up the grill later on today because it's going to be gorgeous outside. As you can see, it's quiet across the state of Texas. The same system that is bringing us the beautiful weather today, well, unfortunately, it brought some major severe weather to parts of areas east of the Mississippi. Middle Tennessee in particular experienced a tornado that unfortunately killed 6 people. And you can see that there's actually tornado watch for parts of Georgia and Alabama right now. So the same system that has brought us beautiful weather is ending up causing some severe weather across areas in the east. And we've got dry air moving in behind that system. That's the difference from today to yesterday. Yesterday we were starting off with very humid, muggy conditions, even some rain. Drier air filtering in from the north and cooler air filtering in from the north too. Here's a look across the nation and you can see just how chilly it is. It's 20 degrees in Lubbock and 30 in San Angelo. Now we will briefly reach freezing early tomorrow morning, so that cool air in place. We've also got windy conditions out there right now, but winds will calm. Take a look outside right now. It is 44 degrees with a wind from the north at about 12 miles per hour. So we do have a slight wind chill out there early this morning. It's 37 in Kerrville, 34 in Rock Springs, 38 in Hondo, 45 in New Braunfels, 44 in Del Rio, and 41 in Pleasanton. A little closer view here around San Antonio. Generally, temperatures are right in the 40s. We've got some locations in the 30s across the hill country, and temperatures might come down another degree or two. Take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Clear and windy right now, but we're going to see those winds really subside later on today. By 10, it'll be 50 degrees, and it's going to be a cool day. We're going to spend most of our day in the 50s, so you're going to want that sweater all day long. By the afternoon, we'll briefly reach 60 right around 3, 4 o'clock. Generally, highs are going to be in the 60s around San Antonio, but by early tomorrow morning, that's when we expect a light freeze. Now, what do I mean by a light freeze? I mean, temperatures are briefly going to touch freezing or just below freezing for at most 2 to 3 3 hours. So this is not one of those hard freezes where you have to do a ton of freeze prep, but there are a few things that I want you to be prepared for. It is going to be 30 degrees in Kerrville early tomorrow morning, 32 in Uvalde, 31 in Gonzales, 32 in Pleasanton, slightly above freezing closer to the Rio Grande, Del Rio, and Eagle Pass. But all locations around San Antonio probably going to lightly and briefly touch freezing. 30 in Boerne, 30 Bulverde, 32 in Castroville, 32 in Floresville, and 32 in Seguin. So here's what I want you to do to prep for tomorrow morning's light freeze. You should bring inside your pets and your potted plants. Your pet should have a warm place to stay. Your potted plants are going to be sensitive enough for a light freeze. Now, if you have particularly sensitive citrus trees or tropical plants outside, it may be best to cover them. Again, you might not need to, but this is better safe than sorry. Not every location will be at freezing early tomorrow morning, but many locations will. Here's what you don't need to worry about. You do not need to worry about your rose bushes, your winter veggies, and pipes are going to be okay. That says okay right there behind the KSAT 12 logo. Pipes will be okay. All right, on to our next big thing to talk about. By Wednesday through Friday, that's when we have our next good chance for rain. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about that chance for rain Wednesday through Friday. But I just wanted to get you prepared for that light freeze early tomorrow morning. Take a look at temperatures this week. It's going to be a cool week. We're not going to get up into the 70s at all in the week ahead. And again, good rain chances Wednesday through Friday.
Thank you, Sarah. I have so much work to do when I get home.
Again, it's a very light freeze.
So I need to go harvest a bunch of my fruit, or vegetables, and cut some like my zinnias.
And you needed to do that anyway.
Right.
There you go. Now's your excuse.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. So if you are just joining us, you probably got the Amber Alert for the child abduction that we talked about just a few moments ago. We'll be talking about that through the course of the show. So stay with us on air and online as more information becomes available. Time now just about 6:20, 44 degrees.
McDonald's has opened a new restaurant that doesn't include burgers and fries. Okay, coming up next, a look at this new menu.
Good morning, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Have you seen this yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's been all over social media. McDonald's first new spin-off restaurant. It's called Cosmix. It's now officially open.
Okay, it's located in Illinois with a very different menu. What is going on here? Look on your screen. The menu does not include McDonald's hamburgers or fries, but rather drinks like lattes, energy drinks. We don't need any more of those. Slushies and lemonade.
So I think it's really going to be competing against things like Starbucks. Also, there's treats. We got donuts, cookies, pretzel bites, which are mildly addicting.
Okay, but what are these sandwiches?
The breakfast sandwiches. Yeah, like when you go to Starbucks, you get those breakfast sandwiches. This is what it's going to be competed with.
Okay.
So McDonald's not yet revealing the other locations for Cosmix, but they did reveal the pilot program is planned for 10 cities across the country.
It looks like they have the hash browns. So
you're in.
Oh, and they have egg McMuffins. Okay.
So I love egg McMuffins.
Oh, yeah. Hash browns, egg McMuffins. Yes.
Sold. All right, we'll be right back. All right, it is starting to look a lot more like Christmas. Santa taking some quick time off from his workshop, visiting the Alamo City right now on KSAT.com. We have a full list of the locations in and around San Antonio where you and the family go stop by Santa. Give them your wish list. You can see a few of those locations on your screen right now. But the info, the dates, reservations that you might need to make, just look for the article. Head to KSAT.com. Time now, 6:27, 44 degrees.
Okay, we're going to have a very light, quick freeze overnight on Monday, early Monday morning. Sarah Spivey is going to break that down for us, what that means, later on.
Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Sunday, 6:30 this morning. I gotta say, we did friend things yesterday.
Yeah, we
so
hung
much
out.
Fun. I apologize to all the people at Chicken and Pickle because Sarah Costa reorganized the entire deck. So all 12 of our KSAT friends
Yeah, you know,
sit
I was
together.
like, I'm sorry, I'm just going to move all the chairs around because we wanted to be outside, Sarah, because it was beautiful. Even though we did, you were right on with your forecast. We had some.
Great job.
Great job. We had some wind gust. It was as the front was blowing in.
And we've got a wind this morning too, so we're dealing with a wind chill in the 30s. Here's a look at temperatures though this morning. It's 44 in San Antonio, 38 in Hondo, 36 in Kerrville, 44 in Del Rio, 45 in New Braunfels. But yes, a wind from the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Makes it feel like it's in the 30s in San Antonio. It feels like it's 38. So you are going to want that jacket early this morning. Again, a chilly start to the day. 35 is what it feels like in Uvalde. It feels like it's in the 20s in Rock Springs because of that wind from the north. So here are your weather headlines and what we're going to be talking about in the forecast. It's sunny and cool today. We're going to see nothing but sunshine, a high of only 60 degrees, so on the cooler side. Now, tomorrow morning, there is likely going to be a light brief freeze, our first one of the season. So coming up, I'll tell you what you need to do to prepare for that light freeze early tomorrow morning. And then finally, good rain chances in our forecast Wednesday through Friday. Those details ahead in a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. As we mentioned earlier, you probably got an Amber Alert on your phone. San Antonio police searching for 3 people this morning, 2 of which are children they believe to be in danger. We know 4-year-old Milo and 2-year-old Sienna Ortiz. They were last seen with the 22-year-old suspect, Dimitri Ortiz, last seen in the 4700 block of Saddle Ridge yesterday around 7 p.m. Now, police say the suspect is driving a black 2015 Chrysler with the Texas license plate number LPR 4543. If you have any information on any of these people's whereabouts, including the children, please call San Antonio Police. That number, 210-207-7660. Also new this morning, several people still without a place to call their home after San Antonio firefighters responded to an overnight fire at an apartment complex on the city's north side.
So one person had to be rescued and suffered severe burns. Firefighters say the fire impacted 10 units. Wow, look at the video on your screen there. And all are a complete loss. This happened around 2:30 this morning on 2170 Thousand Oaks Drive. Man, that fire is intense there. The cause of the fire still under investigation. Preliminary reports say it may have been caused by a cooking fire. There is heavy damage to several units.
We had to go defensive on, heavy fire involvement with wind gusts. Currently the fire is under control. We have lost at least 10 of those units, heavy damage to the building.
So far, there are no reports of any other injuries, and a place to stay for those residents is still being figured out.
Also new this morning, a woman in the hospital and now facing charges after San Antonio police tell us that she assaulted her Uber driver and then she walked right into traffic. Police say this all happened Friday night. This is the 8500 block of Northwest Military. Now, the woman allegedly was intoxicated. She started arguing with her Uber driver. That's when we're told she assaulted the driver while he was still driving. So he pulled over, told the woman to get out. At that point, the woman allegedly broke the windshield, a door handle, then walked right into traffic and was hit by another vehicle. She was taken to the hospital at last check in critical condition, but still, while she's being treated, she's facing charges of assault and criminal mischief.
A 30-year-old man was shot in both of his legs, and this morning police are still searching for the person who did it. San Antonio police say the victim and the suspect knew each other and agreed to meet at a home in the 100 block of Maple Valley to complete a jewelry purchase. But when the victim got to the house, the person he was selling the jewelry to shot him and then took the necklace and left. The victim drove himself to a safe location where an ambulance eventually took him to the hospital.
Well, it's that time of year season when we're all celebrating the holidays, gathering with friends and family, and, well, those gatherings come with other things.
That's right. The CDC says RSV hospitalizations are up, talking about RSV and COVID-19 in young children. ABC's Morgan Norwood reports that flu cases and COVID cases are also on the rise across the nation.
Respiratory illnesses are on the rise and increasing in parts of the country. The CDC says 15 states plus New York City are seeing high or very high levels of respiratory illnesses, which is defined as people going to the doctor with symptoms that include fever, cough, and sore throats. RSV hospitalizations remain elevated among children under 4 and are also increasing in adults over 65.
RSV is a virus that causes an inflammation of the upper airway and also leads to a lot of secretions and mucus production.
There is an RSV vaccine that the CDC is recommending for adults over 60 and for pregnant women.
The vaccine can then help them produce antibodies that they can transfer via the placenta to their fetus fetus.
According to the CDC, flu hospitalizations are rising, but the number of new admissions still remains low. The southeast and south central areas of the country reporting the highest level of activity. COVID hospitalizations have reached levels not seen since February, particularly among babies, young children, and older adults, but hospitalizations are still lower than what was seen this time last year. The CDC is tracking a rising COVID subvariant called JN1, which is estimated to be making up more than 20% of the current cases nationwide. But there's no evidence that JN1 is more severe than previous variants, and test vaccines and treatments are still expected to be effective. Health officials recommend everyone get their updated flu and COVID vaccines, as well as RSV shots if they're eligible. And it's not too late, as it often takes up to 2 weeks to reach full protection after a dose, which would be just in time for Christmas and New Year's celebrations. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
1,400 ways to show foster kids they're loved. That's how many gifts Summit Church gave out at their Christmas celebration. Yesterday, children in Child Protective Custody in Bexar County got to make a wish list and were able to get a present that was meaningful to them. Santa was there, and a carousel, games, face painting, a balloon artist, and cookie decorating station. For most of these kids, this is the only Christmas celebration they'll have. Caseworkers who oversee the children were brought to tears by the church's generosity.
For one of my kids, and that's all he wanted was a red truck for Christmas. He got a red truck. He said, God heard me, Santa heard me.
That's amazing.
That's so sweet. Summit Church will continue collecting gifts for children who come into the system from now until Christmas so they can feel loved too.
All right, if you're a Spurs fan, it has been rough. It has not been easy. There have been bright spots, one of which, rookie sensation Victor Wembanyama. He was a rebound machine in his first career start as center. So, Wemby, 21 points, 20 boards 2 nights ago, the youngest player in the NBA to record 21 and 20. Zach Collins, who was the center, operated off the bench for the first time this season as San Antonio changed up the starting lineup for the second consecutive game. Although here's the thing, the mix-up still not enough for the team to overcome the lack of experience down the stretch, falling to the Chicago Bulls, which aren't exactly a great team, but with a familiar face, DeMar DeRozan, big fan, personally. They fell 121-112. During their morning practice yesterday, Collins reflected on the Spurs' second half issues.
Even last night, the original, the first minute and a half was bad. And then we came out, we still pushed the lead back to 11. And then we went back and they came back, offensive rebounds. So we just got to be consistent. We know if we show up those third quarters, we're going to be in a much better position. But even after that, we still had a chance to win the game. We just couldn't hit shots. So, and credit to them, they hit some big shots. Torrey Craig obviously came in and hit 5 threes, and that's something we didn't expect. So credit to them.
So, silver and black. Still, remember, guys, this is a long season. All right. Next up, Houston, Monday, 7 o'clock tip-off. Then San Antonio opens a 3-game homestand, starting with back-to-back games against the Lakers, who actually just won the in-season tournament. And they take on the Lakers Wednesday and Friday. And Sarah, you had a great point. You asked how many losses in a row is this? We've hit lucky number 16.
Okay, this is just a rut.
It's a long rut.
It's a long rut.
Right.
We all hit ruts in our life.
Yeah.
And as a team, I'm sure they're going through it.
You know what? They seem optimistic.
Right, because we started
the
the season with so much optimism.
Yeah.
So let's bring that back.
Yeah, it was easy when we were
A Christmas miracle.
Time now, 6:40.
Putting it out there.
What you're saying is a win would be a miracle.
At this point, 16 losses. Come on, Mike. Okay, a local nonprofit teamed up with Columbia Sportswear to collect coats for families in need. After the break, how you can donate and where.
All right, speaking of a Christmas miracle, it is starting to feel like the holiday season. 44 degrees to start your Sunday morning. How's it going to look today? And will you hit a freeze tomorrow? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
One local nonprofit here in San Antonio partnered with Columbia Sportswear to collect coats to give to families and children in need. The coat drive took place at the quarry yesterday morning. The nonprofit Family Service in Columbia collected gently used coats to gear up for the cold weather, which Sarah Spivey says we're going to have pretty soon. In case you missed a chance to donate yesterday, you can still do so by visiting their website at familyservice.org. Sarah, Needed a coat this morning and definitely tomorrow morning.
Absolutely, yeah. Tomorrow morning we're going to have a brief light freeze. A lot of people have been asking me, well, are we going to get any ice? No, there's not going to be any kind of precipitation with this. We'll just be at or below freezing for just about 1 or 2 hours tomorrow morning. But this morning, it's a beautiful sunrise. Take a look at this outside. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous with those crepuscular rays. That's your meteorology word for the day. On the horizon, it's 44 degrees in San Antonio, 39 in Boerne, 37 in Kerrville, 38 in Comfort, 42 in Rio Medina, and 40 in Pleasanton. But you factor in the fact that we do have a wind from the north at about 10 to 15. It kind of feels about 5 degrees cooler than what the thermometer reads out there this morning. It is going to be nothing but a sunny day today and a little on the cool side. Take a look at the forecast this morning. Winds are going to be breezy, 50 degrees by 10, but then winds really start to calm as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures will be near 60 degrees during the high right around 3-4 o'clock, and then tonight winds calm. We have clear skies. That is the perfect recipe for temperatures plummeting. So take a look at the temperature trend overnight. By midnight, we're going to be at 41, and by dawn, 32 in San Antonio. So a quick 10-degree drop from within 6 hours, from 12 to 6 o'clock in the morning. This is going to be a very light freeze, 1 or 2 hours at or below freezing, but the neighborhoods in pink here expected to see freezing briefly at least. 32 in Uvalde, 30 in Rock Springs, 30 in Hondo, 32 rather in Hondo, 32 in Pleasanton, 31 in Gonzales, and 32 in New Braunfels. Let's zoom into some neighborhoods here in San Antonio. Northern side of Bexar County into Kendall County, Boerne, 30 degrees, 30 in Bulverde, 31 in Helotes, 32 Rio Medina, 32 Seguin, and in New Braunfels. So just about everybody across the San Antonio metro area expected to see that brief light freeze early tomorrow morning from about 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. After 7 a.m. tomorrow, it's going to quickly warm up. So again, only 1 or 2 hours at or below freezing. So here's what you need to do. It is best to bring inside, just in case, your potted plants. Definitely bring inside your pets. You want them to be warm, have a warm and safe place to stay. If you are particularly nervous about a citrus plant or a tropical plant, why don't you cover them? Not going to hurt to do that this afternoon and even into the evening hours. Again, it's going to get cold later on, but today's a great day to take care of this freeze prep. Here's what you do not need to worry about. No worries about roses, winter veggies, and your pipes are going to be okay. This is not that hard freeze that interrupts the plumbing, so don't worry about your pipes. They are going to be totally fine. Next, I want to transition and talk about our next big thing. Rain chances Wednesday through Friday. Decent rain chances, good rain chances. There's the low pressure system that brought us the nice weather. This did not really come with substantial rain. We had some light drizzle yesterday, but no decent rainfall from this. This system lacked a lot of moisture. But as we look ahead to Wednesday, an upper level low that will be bringing both energy and moisture is going to be moving into Texas. Energy, moisture, lift, that equals rain, and there is a good chance for rainfall Wednesday through Friday. Even the small potential right now for some heavy rain. It's something I'm going to be keeping my eye on. We could potentially see some heavy rain, especially on Friday. Still some questions on rainfall amounts, so we need to refine the forecast for the later half of the week. But I am excited that we do have the opportunity for much needed rain. We are still on extreme drought in San Antonio, and so we could use some rainfall here for us. Otherwise, just prep for that light freeze early tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to be cool this week. The warmest will be is on Tuesday when we'll get up to 67. So again, you'll get some good use out of those fall and winter outfits too.
And if you're really worried about, perennials and things like that, just give them a good watering, the soil, water the soil.
Insulate the soil through
and
water.
Even if it's like a 2-hour freeze, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, that water that you put in the soil is not going to freeze. The ground is much warmer than freezing.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. Time now, 6:48, 44 degrees.
Okay, a scary health inspection score. This taco hut got on Halloween.
Ooh.
And the creepy things that were found coming up next and behind their kitchen door. Taco place got a scary score from a health inspector on Halloween. The business failing the inspection in part due to roach and rodent activity.
Tim Gerber stopped by this week to see if the restaurant has cleaned up its act.
Burrito Taco Hut in the 200 block of Old Highway 90 West failed their October 31st health inspection with a 69. The score was quite a drop from the restaurant's previous score of 84 back in June when we featured them on BKD for being temporarily shut down due to a plumbing issue. This time around, the store had all kinds of violations, including dead roaches and rodent droppings in several areas. There were even dead bugs in the light shields. The business told to clean up the mess, hire pest control services, and show proof of treatment. The inside of the ice machine was also soiled with black residue. Cheese and a leaf were found inside ready-to-eat quesadilla stored in a walk-in cooler that was also too warm. Meanwhile, cooked foods weren't being kept hot enough, and none of the workers washed their hands during the inspection. I stopped by this week to ask some questions. A manager asked me not to be on camera, but she was able to show me they passed their re-inspection last month, and she also said they've been getting regular pest control treatments. El Burrito Tapatio, located in the 1600 block of Culebra, earned a 76 on their inspection. Several food items were above the proper temperature in a walk-in cooler. The food was also improperly stored. Knives on a magnetic rack had food debris on them. A bottle of soap was being kept too close to food, and an employee had no idea where they kept the thermometers. The inspector left a long list of items to be corrected in time for a re-inspection. Rio's Meat Market in the 8000 block of South Zarzamora Street earned a 77 on their November inspection. The business was improperly storing raw chicken and pork, and dishes were not being properly sanitized. The knives in the bakery were caked with food debris. There was also residential insecticide and cleaning products being stored above food items, and several food items were well past the 7-day expiration for use. An employee's half-eaten food and drink were found in the food prep area, and a fly was seen hanging out on ready-to-eat churros. The inspector leaving a list of corrections to be made in time for a re-inspection. That's what's happening behind the kitchen door. Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
Time now, 6:54, 43 degrees.
Here's a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, the deadly tornado outbreak ripping through the South. Multiple people killed and dozens injured through parts of Tennessee and Kentucky. And that same storm system heading east. More than 50 million Americans facing dangerous flood threats. Our weather team is tracking it all. And campus fallout. Leaders of one top university now stepping down following major backlash over Capitol Hill testimony on efforts to stop anti-Semitism on college campuses. Plus, nostalgia is in season, why some classic toys are among the latest holiday gift trends, and how you can snag your favorites from the past. It's all ahead right here on GMA.
There's still time to donate a pair of new shoes or socks to the Share the Shoes campaign. It's through the organization Zapatos. You can drop off those donations at any of the 7 SAPD substations now, but until December 12th, they need shoes, socks, and toddlers to adult sizes. All this information on KSAT.com.
All right, the 6 a.m. hour is about to end, but don't go anywhere. Coming up at 8 a.m., we have a special leading essay. We have the CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce here in San Antonio. We're excited to talk about the outlook, not only for the end of 2023, but what 2024 is going to look like, some of the issues that our small business owners are dealing with, and what exactly the Chamber does. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, KSAT.com.
All right, beautiful view of the sun rising here. It is going to be a sunny day, but for now it's chilly. It's 43 degrees, but with a wind from the north at 10, it feels like it's 37 in San Antonio. Now, today's forecast, sunny skies. By 10, we're going to be at 50 degrees. We're going to spend most of the day in the 50s, really only topping off near 60 degrees at 4 o'clock. Winds are going to calm tonight and are clear skies, which means a chilly start to the day. In fact, we're likely going to see our first freeze of the season early tomorrow morning. Barely, though, at 32. 64 tomorrow for the high temperature, and then we'll be fairly cool in the week ahead. Rain returns Wednesday. Good chances for rain Wednesday through Friday. Hey, we need the rain. Extreme and exceptional drought around San Antonio, so we could use it.
Thank you, Sarah.
See you back here, 8 a.m.
See y'all at 8.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, we have a leading essay this morning at 8 a.m. Just a few minutes away, we're joined by the CEO of the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, J.R. Trevino. We're talking about not only the CPS rate hike, but of course, so many small businesses in and around San Antonio making it through 2023 and the outlook for 2024. That is just a couple minutes away. But for now, good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Sunday, December 10th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
Yesterday, we did all the friend things.
Yeah, we hung out and we were outside and Sarah Spivey was right on her forecast. As we were outside, that cold front blew in. It got windy, Sarah. Now it's cooler this morning.
It is much cooler this morning. And here's the thing, we're not dealing with the rain like we were dealing yesterday morning and the fog. It is dry outside. Beautiful look across downtown San Antonio. It's 43, but with a wind from the north at about 5 to 10, it feels like it's in the 30s right now this morning. A chilly morning all across south central Texas. It's 34 in Kerrville, 39 in Bandera, 43 in New Braunfels, 40 in Hondo. Good morning, Los Maples area. 34 degrees, 44 in Castroville, 45 at Port SA. Now today is going to be a sunny and cool day. We're going to stay in the 50s most of the day, 50 at 10, 55 at noon, high right around 60 degrees, and then a big drop in temperatures tonight as winds calm. We'll have clear skies, temperatures will plummet. In fact, I do anticipate for many folks their first freeze of the season early tomorrow morning. It'll be a light freeze, but I'll tell you what that means for your plants outdoors and what you should do to take advantage of today's beautiful weather. Details coming up.
Sarah, thank you. And you may have been woken up early this morning by an Amber Alert. San Antonio people searching for 3 people this morning, 2 being kids here in San Antonio. Yesterday at 7 p.m., 4-year-old Milo and 2-year-old Sienna Ortiz were last seen with 22-year-old suspect Dimitri Ortiz in the 4700 block of Saddle Ridge. This is at the intersection of Higgins Road and Bellcrest Drive, right across the street from Missionary Baptist Church. The suspect is driving a black 2015 Chrysler with the Texas license plate. On your screen there, LPR 4543. If you have any information to help police, you're asked to call that number also on the bottom of your screen there, 210-207-7660.
Also new this morning, several families without a place to call home after San Antonio firefighters spending the night out trying to put out a blaze at an apartment on the city's north side. Take a look. The flames are terrifying. This happened around 2:30 this morning. This is at 2170 Thousands Oak Drive. One person did have to be rescued. They suffered severe burns. Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but initial reports say it may have been caused by a kitchen fire. Still, heavy damage to several units.
We had to go defensive on, heavy fire involvement with wind gusts. Currently, the fire is under control. We have lost at least 10 of those units. Heavy damage to the building.
So far, other than the one individual who's dealing with severe burns, no other injuries reported. And for all those families who live in these apartments, which are clearly now destroyed, they're still trying to figure out what comes next.
And 2 people are waking up in the hospital this morning after a bar fight broke out. This happened right at closing time at the intersection of Warsbach and Babcock. In the bar parking lot, the suspect pistol whipped a man and shot a woman 4 times in the chest and the arm. The suspect then ran away. Police are still investigating the situation. And now to a silver alert. The Fort Worth Police Department is looking for an 82-year-old man who has not been seen since 3 p.m. yesterday. Just take a look at your screen. This is Robert Ruffin. He was last seen on the 9600 block of Kitty Hawk Lane in Fort Worth. That is the Constellation Ranch apartment complex right across from Central Park. He was driving a 2010 Mercedes-Benz with the license plate on your screen there, BR9H419. Ruffin does have a cognitive impairment. He is 5'10" with white hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, you are asked to call the Fort Worth Police Department number 817-892-4222.
And another silver alert to tell you about. Harris County Constable's Office in Houston still searching for 84-year-old Harry Jenkins. They say he was last seen Wednesday afternoon around 2:30 on Idlebrook Drive. It's in the Lakewood area of Northwest Houston. 6'2", gray hair, hazel eyes. Last seen wearing a brown vest, long sleeve shirt, red plaid pajama pants with suspenders. and black and gold Crocs. Also driving a white 2014 Toyota Camry, license plate MWB872 on your screen right there. Any information that can help his family, help investigators, that number on your screen at the bottom, please call it. It is 281-376-3472.
Oh, definitely saw all this backup and congestion due to this major closure. It's been happening throughout the weekend. And it's happening until about 5 a.m. tomorrow. We're talking about the closure of the interchange of I-10 and Loop 1604 on the city's north side. This includes both east and westbound lanes near Vance Jackson, La Cantera, and UTSA. This is all part of the Loop 1604 North Expansion Project. So if you have plans today, especially if you're shopping in the La Cantera area for Christmas gifts or your commute ahead of time, just head to KSAT.com. We have some alternate routes and we go into deeper explanation of this major closure.
Well, 2023 is coming to an end. And for so many local small businesses, not only around the country, but around San Antonio, 2023 has been a tough year. The San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has about 700 member businesses. They're looking to finish this year off strong and start 2024 off even stronger.
So joining us in today's Leading SA segment is San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce CEO J.R. Trevino. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Sarah and Max. How are y'all doing?
Great.
Doing well. Thank you. We know Sunday mornings, checking in with us at 7:45 a.m. Not an easy task, so we appreciate your time. So for those who are watching who maybe don't know what the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber is, give us a little debrief.
So San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is the nation's oldest Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We're coming up on our 95th year of service to San Antonio and the region. And really, Max, we are an organization that is a resource for Hispanic businesses, but also small businesses. We have 5 main pillars, which are small business, economic development, international trade, leadership, and workforce education. So anything that we can do within those to make San Antonio a better place for small business. And the reality is, as business goes, as the community goes.
So, JR, really big story that happened this week. San Antonio City Council approved the CPS energy rate hike, and the chamber posted a statement about it. So what are your thoughts?
So fortunately, we reached out to CPS and we asked to sit down with them, and they did. They came and talked to us and laid out the case for what's going on. The truth is, nobody likes to see increases, but I think we can all agree that we're seeing increases across the table for everything that we pay, and CPS isn't immune to that either. They're having to pay more for everything that we're having to pay more for as well. And so our approval, if you will, was saying, look, we understand this, and anything that you can do to minimize this in the future, we appreciate. But energy is essential to San Antonio's success. When JCB came to San Antonio, they sat down with CPS, they sat down with SAWS, and they wanted to make sure that they had the capacity to fulfill that for business. And so it's critical that they have what they need to be successful, so our community can be successful.
And JCB, obviously, that huge investment on the city's south side. Now, you had a good point. We're seeing things, not only energy, but things across the board raise. Prices are going up. We see it at the grocery stores. And for so many small businesses, they're seeing it across their board. So what are the state of the small businesses for your more than 700 members?
So, I think we're all feeling a little bit of the pain. And the reality is small businesses don't have that gap that some of the bigger businesses do to cut. They're already running lean operations. So it's a little bit harder for them. But at the end of the day, small businesses are going to go on, right? And so they will find a way to persevere. And with us at their side, we're providing resources every way we can to make their time in business be as lucrative and successful as possible.
So, JR, you've been CEO now for a few months. So what are some of the biggest concerns you are hearing from your members?
The inflation. Inflation is making it across the board. The interest rates, it's one of the things that businesses need is access to capital. And with interest being as high as they are, it's costing more to borrow money. And that's money for operations, money to grow. And so it's a little bit of a sting, especially when we were a little bit lucky and we had interest rates so low for so long. So the hope is that we'll get a little bit of respite there so the businesses can access that capital at a little bit lower interest rate.
Now, this past week, we did a story with small businesses. One of your members, Jimenez Panaderia, and they were fantastic. Great product for anyone out there. But there was a fear, and we talked to other small businesses. We saw them post on social media. We've had multiple local fan-favorite restaurants close in the last week, them citing what you talked about, inflation, rising costs. You know, when you talk to your members, when you talk to the board, what does that outlook for next year look like?
If I could give you an answer, then I probably wouldn't be sitting here, right? I would have a crystal ball and be able to tell you. But the reality is that we're hopeful. You know, small businesses will persevere, and everything that we're looking at, all the indicators are saying the interest rates should come down, the inflation should come back a little bit, and any little bit of help that we can get for our members is something that anybody will appreciate.
Well, J.R. Trevino, CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And for our viewers, you can watch this interview in full later on KSAT.com.
All right, time now, 8:11, 43 degrees.
This week, your last chance to get a new furry family member at a discounted rate. We'll tell you what our shelters are up to coming up.
And taking a quick live look out at the Alamo City. We talk about it, 2023 coming to a close, the holiday season right around the corner. And it feels like 43 degrees now. What is the rest of the day going to look like? Will we see a freeze tomorrow? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey just a few moments.
The Bissell Foundation is sponsoring San Antonio.
Oh, look at that face.
No, animal shelters with their Empty the Shelters Holiday Hope event. All puppies, dogs, kittens, and cats will only be $25. The last day for SAPA is this Thursday. Every other shelter is sponsored until Sunday, December 17th. All pets come microchipped, vaccinated, spayed, heartworm tested, and with flea and tick prevention.
And speaking of San Antonio Pets Alive, they are in need of puppy formula, toys, leashes, treats, collars, surgery suits, and blankets, either new or used. If you want to help out, you can drop off any of the items from noon to 6 p.m. at either of the two locations. We have the one at the Medical Center, and that's on our Marbach. And of course, they have their rescue center intersection of Old Highway 90 West and Highway 151. So you guys both have pets. Are you preparing them for the cold?
Well, my dogs stay inside.
Yeah, Nora stays inside.
I do have some feral kittens that showed up that I feed, so I'm gonna.
Part of the Acosta family now?
They don't let me get near them, but hopefully they'll maybe let me.
Well,
put
you
them in
have
the
a
garage.
great setup for them because they've got a little warm space out there.
Yeah,
definitely.
Put some blankets in that warm
and
space.
the freeze tomorrow morning is going to be very light, guys. We're talking at 32 for maybe 1 or 2 hours. So there's a few things that you should do to be prepared for that. But first, let's get you through your day. Here's a look at the weather setup across the nation. A big system moving across the eastern portion of the United States. This is that same front that moved through San Antonio yesterday that brought us beautiful, nice weather. Unfortunately, that was not the case across parts of Tennessee, Mississippi, Georgia, and Alabama, as well as parts of Florida. Severe weather. In fact, a tornado ripped through the Nashville area, killing 6 people tragically. This system continues to race eastward today. Severe weather, heavy rains with it. But in its wake, what we're seeing is drier air moving in place here across the state of Texas, and colder air too. This is a look at the current temperatures across the nation. It's 20 degrees in Lubbock and 30 in San Angelo, 28 in Casper. We are briefly going to get down to freezing early tomorrow morning. A lot to talk about, but it's a beautiful day. Today is going to be a gorgeous day. On the cool side, yes, temperatures are mainly going to be in the 50s all day, but still plenty of sunshine and very low humidity. Chapstick weather, static shock weather, because it's so dry outside. Keep that in mind. Winds are from the north right now at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so it feels like it's in the 30s in many locations. And it is in the 30s in the Hill Country, where it's 35 in Kerrville. Good morning, Rock Springs. It's 34, 40 in Hondo, 40 in Pleasanton, 43 in New Braunfels. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast, nothing but sunshine today. By noon, it'll be 55 degrees and sunny. In the afternoon, 60 for the high. So again, spending most of our day in the 50s today, 60 right around 3, 4 o'clock. And then later on tonight, temperatures are going to plummet. But as for highs in your neighborhood, It's going to be a little cooler than average. The average high is 66. It'll be 59 in Kerrville, 55 in Rock Springs, 62 in Del Rio and in Eagle Pass, 60 in Gonzales, 62 in Pleasanton, 59 in Canyon Lake. But with calm winds, clear skies, and low humidity, that is a perfect recipe for quickly plunging temperatures. And by tomorrow morning, we're likely going to see our light freeze for many neighborhoods for the first time this year, this season, between about 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. early tomorrow morning. Very light freeze, just 1 or 2 hours at or just below freezing. 32 in Uvalde, 32 in Hondo, below freezing in Rock Springs and in Kerrville, 32 in Pleasanton and in New Braunfels. Around the San Antonio metro area, Hill Country close to 30 degrees. Close to freezing right around San Antonio and all those neighborhoods. It may not technically reach freezing in every single neighborhood in San Antonio, but it's going to be close enough to it that you are going to want to take some light freeze precautions. What should you bring inside? Your pets, definitely. And your potted plants, make sure to bring those in. Now, if you have a particularly sensitive citrus plant or tropical plant, you may consider covering it. It may not be necessary, but it would be better safe than sorry. And then finally, what I don't want you to worry about, you don't need to worry about your rose bushes. You don't need to worry about your winter veggies, and you certainly don't need to worry about your pipes. Your pipes will be okay. This is not a hard freeze. You won't have to worry about those plumbing issues from frozen pipes or anything like that. Then our attention turns to a chance for rain Wednesday through Friday. Things are shaping up early in the forecast that it looks like we could get some good rain Wednesday through Friday. I'll have an update to that forecast coming up in the next half hour. Just wanted to get you prepared for that light freeze early tomorrow morning. And guess what, guys? We got the pollen count in. Winds from the north yesterday really brought in some of that mountain cedar. So I'll have a look at the pollen count coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, later today I'm cutting some of my annuals, like my zinnias. You know, they're very delicate. Put them inside in vases and stuff.
And they'll come back next year.
We're harvesting my tomatoes, and then all my perennials, you know, if they die off,
it's okay. That time anyway.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Time now, 8:20, 43 degrees.
A local principal is getting his school into the holiday spirit. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. Take a look at his new uniform after the break.
But first, we're going to take a look at these lotto numbers. Your pick 3, 183, Fireball 6. Daily 4, 8505, Fireball 8.
Cash 5, 4, 14, 15, 18, 23. Texas Lotto 13, 19, 33, 35, 37, 52. Someone won the big 300 million and Mega Balls on Friday. And Powerball was, 400 million.
477.
Almost 500 million.
Oh my
Those
goodness.
numbers 5, 25, 26, 40, 60, Powerball 1, Power Play 2. A principal in Karnes City, which is between Floresville and Goliad, decided to ditch the suit and surprise his students Thursday morning looking like Elf on the Shelf. He almost looks like a cutout there.
Fantastic. All right, so Kevin Hans used to work for SAISD, now at Karnes City Primary. He says, watching students grow and learn to read is one of the best parts of my job.
Happy holidays to all of our surrounding areas and all the families that partake in Elf on the Shelf.
It is fantastic, and good for him getting everyone in the holiday spirit. I know we have our menorah up here. We have the Christmas tree up.
The Fiesta-themed Christmas tree.
Fiesta, yeah.
It's always
fantastic.
Fiesta in San Antonio.
But it really is cool because even on the Riverwalk, the lights are up. Everyone's festive. Even Sarah Spivey has the Christmas tree in the Weather Center.
Gotta get in the spirit.
That's true. Are your Christmas decorations good to go?
Yes. Well, they were knocked around, like Sarah said. They would have been the wind this morning. I'll let my husband fix them when I get home.
Poor Dave.
I know.
All right, time now, 8:25, 43 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It's Sunday, December 10th.
All right, so one thing we talk about, also credit to our directors who try to keep us from putting our coffee mugs or cups on the table, but
we always have them.
If you're like us, if you're waking up with us as early as we do, you're probably having a lot of water, a lot of coffee. So what we talk about is Hot coffee or cold coffee?
Extra hot coffee.
Extra hot coffee.
So I do a latte. I do 3 shots of espresso.
We're going to lose viewers. They're going to be like, she is way too extra to keep watching.
I steam the milk, but I make it extra hot in a Yeti so it stays really hot all morning. Because it's cold outside, Sarah. It's 43 degrees.
Yeah, this is mine. It kind of looks like a speaker.
It does look like a speaker.
Alexa. Oh, I just set up
now everybody's are going to go off there. But yeah, it is a chilly morning out there. Take a look at temperatures this morning. Starting off at 43 degrees in San Antonio, but it's 37 in the Hill Country in Kerrville. Good morning in Carrizo Springs, where it's 45, 43 in Pleasanton, 43 in Gonzales. So we do have a wind from the north at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Winds have started to calm, and we expect winds to calm throughout the day. However, because we had a stout wind yesterday from the north, guess what's in the north? The Hill Country, it is mountain cedar. Mountain cedar has gone up today. Mountain cedar is moderate in today's pollen count, and molds are low. So you may be feeling that mountain cedar if you're particularly sensitive to it. In the forecast, here's what we're going to talk about. Today, it's going to be sunny and cool. We're going to barely get out of the 50s today, but at least we're going to have total sunshine. Now, tomorrow morning, a light brief freeze is expected not only in San Antonio, but for most of south central Texas. I'll show you the neighborhoods expecting that light freeze early tomorrow morning. And then finally, I want to take a second to talk about our good rain chances on Wednesday through Friday. That forecast coming a little bit clearer, and so I want to show you the rain chances coming up in just a bit. Max and Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. The latest in San Antonio, Bexar County sheriffs are investigating a homicide after a body was found in northwest Bexar County yesterday. So just take a look at this map. Deputies were called to the 10,000 block of Escondido Road around 10:30 yesterday morning. Police say a resident was driving down the road and saw a shoe. They stopped to look and saw the body just off the roadway. Deputies say it was a man in his 20s or 30s. They could tell that he had been dragged to that location and probably killed somewhere else. Sheriff Javier Salazar hopes the man's tattoo will help them identify the body.
My hope is that we can at some point get a picture of that tattoo and then publicize it to see if anybody recognizes it.
If you know anything about this crime, call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office.
Well, a woman has been charged after police say, and this is a layered story, so stay with us, the woman allegedly assaulted her Uber driver, and that same woman walked right into traffic. So this all happened late Friday night near Wurzbach Parkway and Phil Harburger Park. The woman was under the influence, allegedly, started arguing with her Uber driver. Then we're told she assaulted him. That's when the driver pulled over, told the woman to get out. Now that rider broke the windshield and the door handle. Then we're told she walked right into traffic, and that's when she was hit by a vehicle. She was taken to the hospital. And as she's dealing with all of the situations and the medical conditions, she is also facing charges of assault and criminal mischief.
Well, one family in Lacoste is picking up the pieces of their coffee shop this morning. Yesterday marked 1 year since opening the doors of Shotzi's, but just days before, a car crashed into their building. So just take a look at some of that damage. On Wednesday night, a car crashed into the side of their building. Medina County Emergency Service Department said the driver is alive. Even with severe damage, the Lane family says they're finding strength to move forward.
I will do anything and everything we can to get us up and running again, short of them saying it's just not possible.
Yesterday, Shotzi still had its 1 year celebration, and several vendors were there to support them.
In your morning headlines, terrible situation happening in Tennessee. We saw with the tornado, and we're also tracking a powerful storm system making its way across the country. At least 56 million Americans now on alert for severe flooding from the mid-Atlantic all the way to the Northeast.
Meanwhile, in Tennessee, multiple tornadoes touching down, killing at least 6 people and causing damage to homes and other structures.
ABC's Derek Dennis explains.
That's a tornado and it's coming towards us. You see it?
Yeah. Saturday, a powerful tornado touching down in different parts of Tennessee. At least 6 people now confirmed dead, 3 people dead, and 23 were injured in Montgomery County, according to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. 3 people also died in Nashville. Nashville's emergency operations confirmed. The massive twister spawned by a powerful storm, packing strong winds, heavy rain, and lightning. A fallen tree reducing half this house to rubble. The ceiling of this home collapsing, spilling insulation everywhere. everywhere. Down the road, power lines snapped. Across town, first responders reportedly racing to rescue a family trapped in their home.
Look at that thing.
The long-track tornado is part of the same system set to hit the Northeast. That system has millions of Americans on flood watch across 12 states, and it's expected to bring as much as 4 inches of rain to the East Coast on Sunday and Monday. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
Well, the University of Pennsylvania's president, Liz McGill, well, now resigning after all that criticism regarding her testimony on Capitol Hill in regards to the anti-Semitism on Penn's campus. Now, McGill and presidents of Harvard and MIT all accused of failing to condemn anti-Semitism on their campuses. This morning, we're learning more about McGill's exchange with the lawmaker that, well, ended in her resignation.
I am asking, specifically calling for the genocide of Jews. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision.
So the presidents of Penn, Harvard, and MIT were all under the congressional testimony. McGill has stated, "It has been my privilege to serve as president of this remarkable institution. It's been an honor to work with our faculty, students, alumni, and community members to advance Penn's vital missions."
Well, InfoWars' Alex Jones back on Twitter, or known as X, this morning after Elon Musk ran a poll on his account asking his followers if he should be reinstated. Alex Jones had been banned from Twitter X since 2018 after the company decided to deplatform people they deemed conspiracy theorists after Jones broke rules regarding harassment. Musk's poll was overwhelmingly voting yes, with nearly 2 million people wanting Jones back on Twitter. Musk replied to the poll saying, "The people have spoken, and so it shall be."
Well, the Bureau of Labor Statistics saying the U.S. economy, well, it added about 200,000 new jobs. New data showing 200,000 jobs added just last month. That's about 20,000 more than economists were expecting. And the unemployment rate, it is falling 3.9% to 3.7%. Here's the good part. It's also a way that we're gauging the quote-unquote soft landing. So there is a world where interest rates can pause, maybe even get cut next year, like we were talking about with J.R. Trevino from the Hispanic Chamber. Small businesses still hurting from not only inflation, but also interest rates. So this could be a solid, soft path forward.
Okay, back here at home, Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar officially has filed for re-election. He made that official announcement yesterday at the Bexar County Democratic Party headquarters on Fredericksburg Road. Salazar was first elected in November of 2016, re-elected in 2020. The sheriff's race will be included on the ballot for the 2024 November election, and his current term will end on December 31st, 2024.
And speaking of elected officials, City Councilman Jalen McKee Rodriguez of District 2 lightening the mood at Thursday's City Council meeting with a happy birthday message to Nicki Minaj. McKee Rodriguez was allowed a moment for a personal statement between discussions of the increase in the CPS energy rates, which he chose to partially spend wishing the Queen of Rap a happy birthday.
She is an advocate for higher education, a philanthropist, a mogul, a poet, and a mother. She actually has many, many children, sons particularly. She once said, "Spur of the moment, I ball like Ginobili and you can get D'd up on." Celebrating our beloved San Antonio Spurs while inviting the opposition to collect their L's in peace. Happy birthday to the Queen of Rap, Nicki Minaj. I can't wait to get a copy of her new album, Pink Friday 2.
He should be your hype man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did listen to some of the album. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, McKee Rodriguez went mega viral on Twitter instantly. This video on his Twitter profile has been reposted by giant accounts like Pop Crave and acknowledged by YouTube and MTV.
Look at that. All right, time now, 8:39, 44 degrees.
Take a look at the lotto numbers. Pick 3, 183, Fireball 6, Daily 4, 8505, Fireball 8.
And your cash 5, 4, 14, 15, 18, 23. Lotto Texas, 13, 19, 33, 35, 37, 52. Did you play the Powerball?
No, I should have.
Okay.
Because it's at
477.
Right.
We just checked. No one won the Powerball last night.
I still have a chance.
No one even won the $5 million. One person from New York won $2 million. So that could be you in Texas.
Honestly, not a lot for New York. Anyways, 5, 25, 26, 40, 60, Powerball 1. I would still take it.
Yeah.
Power Play 2. We'll be right back. Oh, wait, no. First,
No, we're going to
live
live cam. So let's do the back of the napkin math. $2 million in New York. That's like $4.5 million here in Texas.
Yeah, but taxes in New York?
Yeah.
How much of that do you get to keep?
You get like $4 at the end of it. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
Good morning. Coming up on This Week, with just 5 weeks until voting in the presidential election kicks off, we're on the ground in battleground Pennsylvania, talking with Republican voters. As the Israel-Hamas war passes the 2-month mark, I'll speak with Secretary of State Antony Blinken about the latest developments, including pressure on Israel to do more to protect civilian lives. Mary Bruce will take a closer look at the growing frustration among Muslim and Arab Americans over President Biden's handling of the war and what it could mean for the 2024 election. And John Carl sat down with former Congresswoman Liz Cheney for a conversation about the threat she believes President Trump poses. All that plus the Powerhouse Roundtable coming up on This Week.
All right, if you spent your whole life traveling to every house in the world, well, you're going to know every language. And kids saw that firsthand in Missouri this weekend when deaf children got to tell Santa exactly what they wanted for Christmas. And Christmas got even a little bit more magical for all the visitors.
To an idol like Santa Claus, who is so precious and so special and is all-knowing, to have direct access on a day like this is amazing.
Yeah, I'm chatting with Santa. It's touching. It's hard to not get emotional, like she said, because it is special.
So during the special visit, about 100 kids able to get a one-on-one with Santa.
And San Antonio's Aid the Silent is having their free Christmas party this Wednesday. From 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. visitors get a chance to decorate, sing, craft, and stock up for the Aid the Silent's toy drive. This will be at their building on 8126 Broadway. Everyone's welcome. I know Sarah Spivey, that's your organization.
Aid the Silent is a wonderful organization. It provides hearing aids for kids who are deaf and hard of hearing and teenagers who can't afford hearing aids. Hearing aids are expensive. I should know. I have a hearing aid, but when you're a kid and you're learning, you know, you should be able to communicate as much as possible.
You don't want to feel left out. And that Santa signing, oh my gosh.
It made me cry almost. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the weather. It is chilly outside right now. It's 43 degrees in San Antonio, 41 in Bernie, 38 in Kerrville, 34 in Los Maples, 43 in New Braunfels, and 43 in Seguin. Now, we are quickly going to warm today because we're going to have sunny skies, but it's going to be a cool day. I mean, we're only going to be in the 50s all day long. By noon, 55. In the afternoon, we're looking at a high right around 60 degrees. Notice too that winds calm down this afternoon and evening, so we're going to have clear skies and quickly dropping temperatures. Look how cold it's going to be. Just at 9 o'clock, it's going to be 45. For comparison, we're at 44 right now. So we are going to quickly get cool tonight with clear skies and calm winds. So overnight temperatures will fall rapidly into the 30s, and by sunrise tomorrow, 32 degrees likely for the morning low. That is freezing. Now, we're not going to be freezing for a long time, only for like 1 or 2 hours at the most, from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And we will probably only see temperatures dip to 32 or slightly below. In the Hill Country, it should be 30 degrees in Kerrville, 30 in Rock Springs, 32 in Pleasanton, 31 in Gonzales, 32 in New Braunfels, and 32 in Hondo. Around the San Antonio area, again, just about everybody at freezing. Even though technically it may not reach freezing in your neighborhood, your morning low may be 33 or 34. There's going to be enough neighborhoods that reach freezing that you may want to take some of those light freeze precautions. You don't need to worry about your pipes, even up in the Hill Country. Don't worry about your pipes. The thing that you could consider is bringing in your pets, making sure they're warm, and making sure you bring in any sensitive vegetation like potted plants. It'll be a chilly start to the day tomorrow. So again, light freeze prep, bring in those potted plants, and perhaps cover some of the sensitive citrus. If you have sensitive citrus plants or tropical plants that you know just anytime it gets below freezing, they react, you might want to cover them. But again, do not worry about your rose bushes or your winter veggies or even your pipes. They're going to be just fine from this very light freeze. All right, then we have a chance for some rain Wednesday through Friday. And this could potentially be some good soaking rainfall for us. Here I'm showing you the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is that low pressure system that brought us the nice weather yesterday. There was only a little bit of moisture with it, which is why we saw just some light mist and drizzle early yesterday. But this system that's going to be heading our way does have a lot of energy and will have a lot of moisture with it. That translates to rain. Again, Wednesday through Friday. And how much rain could we see? Well, it's a little too early to get into specifics. However, it does look like we have the potential, at least, for some heavy rain Wednesday through Friday. We will keep you posted. We still have some time to refine the forecast for you as far as timing and rainfall amounts go. But with rain in the forecast, our temperatures this week are going to be on the cool side. We really are only going to be getting into the 50s and 60s for the high this week. Again, a chilly and cold start tomorrow morning, so prep for that light freeze. Otherwise, it'll be nice today, nice tomorrow. Clouds move in Tuesday, and then rain moves in Wednesday through Friday.
I'm not too worried about this freeze. I usually get pretty worried for plants and stuff, but
it's going to be a light freeze again. It's not one of those freezes that kills off everything.
Right, and I'm sure like in downtown, it's different from, you know, if you live in Helotes.
Good point. Yeah. Up in the hill country, again, temperatures likely closer to 30.
Thank you, Sarah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sarah. Time now just about 8:50, 44 degrees.
It doesn't matter your background, what you look like, who you love, your political beliefs. It's very accepting and inclusive of all.
Tomorrow on GMSA, a local San Antonio woman and military wife is paving the way to success in the pageant world. We'll meet her tomorrow morning.
That's Bon Jovi performing their new song, Christmas Isn't Christmas. The band recorded the holiday original in Nashville, Tennessee. It's available now to stream or download from most digital music services. Goo Goo Dolls have a new Christmas release. It's Christmas All Over Again is a deluxe version of their 2020 Christmas album, featuring the new song, Who's Gonna Hear Their Wish?
Make sure our children believe in the glory of Christmas morning.
Alter Bridge and Creed co-founder Mark Tremonti has a new solo album out now. The singer-songwriter has unwrapped Christmas classics new and old, which includes familiar favorites and his original composition, Christmas Morning. Writing my wish list to Santa in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Before we go, we wanted to remind you about this massive closure that's been happening all weekend on Loop 1604 and I-10 on the city's northwest side. So happening now until about 5 a.m. tomorrow. If you have plans today, map out your commute ahead of time, especially if you're going shopping at La Cantera. This is also by the UTSA area. Just head over to website KSAT.com for this route.
And if you were woken up by the Amber Alert this morning for the 2 children and the suspect on your screen, we have a big update from police. The Amber Alert that we've been talking about through the morning, that has been discontinued. We're going to have much more on the story through the day, on air, and of course on KSAT.com.
All right, in the pollen count, Mount Cedar has gone up from yesterday. That's because we've had those winds from the north bringing in the cedar pollen from those trees up in the hill country. Molds are low. Now we are going to have a beautiful day with a high of 60. A light freeze early tomorrow morning at 32, 64 tomorrow though during the day. In the week ahead, rain looks fairly likely Wednesday through Friday, and temperatures will be on the cool side, only staying in the 50s and 60s all week long.
Speaking of rain, Sarah, for this light freeze, if you don't feel like covering things, just give your plants, the soil, a nice deep watering this today.
That's right. That water will act as an insulation there. It won't freeze because the ground is too warm.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Also, for those who haven't seen it yet, Sarah did a great explanation on the possibility of a white Christmas. You can see it on her social pages and KSAT.com.
Check
have
it
a great
out.
Sunday.
Y'all have a great Sunday.